Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you about complaining and how it literally ruins our lives, ruins our bodies even, and how we can identify it and also 4 steps to stop complaining in its tracks so you can have a better today and tomorrow. Stay tuned. And if you're new here, my name is Dr. Elisha Goldstein. I'm a psychologist and I'm founder of the Mindful Living Collective, and I've worked my whole career to help people get unstuck so they can focus more on what matters in their life and ultimately enjoy life more. If you want to work more directly with me in a personal coaching program I have called Uncover the Power Within, go ahead and click on the link in the description below. Now, for the last 46 years on this planet, and being a psychologist for the past 20 years and literally working with thousands of people, here is what I have learned about complaining. It feels good to vent. It feels really good sometimes to just kind of like let it out or just kind of like let it roll around your mind. There's something about that, and for the moment that might feel good. And we have endless things to complain about as humans. We complain about political outcomes. We complain about how our body's feeling, the aches and pains. We complain about the cold weather. We complain about the hot weather. We complain about complaining. We complain about our negative thinking. And in fact, I actually looked up complaining here, and I'm going to share something with you here, just so you can see this. So here's from The Independent. Not all of us are British here, but look, here's the top 50 things British people complain about. Bad customer service, getting cold called, people pushing in queues, being too cold, the Wi-Fi not connecting, litter and fly tipping, sitting in traffic, the British weather, being too hot, noisy neighbors, and the list goes on and on. Now, there's 50 things here: being hungry, being too full, probably. And while there's 50 here, really the opportunity here is endless for our brain to complain. And I will say, like, if we just kind of think about it, it's not our faults. Our brain is always looking for what's the problem, because we're wired to feel safe and to be comfortable and happy, and so it's always on the lookout for what the problems might be. And so it's like kind of like saying, "Hey Siri, what are the problems today?" And when we ask that question, our brain's going to come up with all kinds of things it can focus on and then kind of ruminate about. The problem is, it really impacts us, and not just mentally. It's not just one of the key things that aids negative thinking and adds to our anxiety and depression and keeps us stuck in like bad moods. It also impacts us physiologically. Studies show that complaining actually creates stress in our body. And one of the key impacts of stress in our bodies impacts a part of our brain called the hippocampus, which is involved with learning, memory, putting things in context. And it also increases our level of cortisol that's here. And cortisol, if it's maintained over time, can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease. It can actually physically like break down our body. So complaining is something we really need to work on in nipping in the bud. And ultimately, while it feels good to vent, we know that doing that over time, and whether it's outwardly or inwardly, doesn't feel that good. And the other thing about venting is that we are interconnected, meaning like we tend to mirror people's moods. And so if people are venting around us or complaining around us, it tends to give our brain permission to do the same, or vice versa. And so then we create this kind of culture, this community around complaining, which ultimately brings everyone down. So we want to do something different. We want to work on this. If you want to stop your mind from ruining your life, and ultimately also maybe even shift it to feeling better, physically, emotionally, mentally, being a little bit happier, that's there, then we need to shift it. So I want to give you really 4 ways to actually do that. And so I'm going to give you these 4 ways right now. Now, the first thing we have to understand when it comes to complaining is, like anything else, we need to recognize it. We need to notice it. So I want you today to be on the lookout for your mind complaining. Are you complaining about your kids? Are you complaining about your haircut? Are you complaining about your weight? Is your mind complaining about how you're feeling? Is your mind complaining about traffic? So many different things our minds can complain about. What's it complaining about today, right? You might even write out your top 10 hit list of complaints to just kind of make it fun to do. But you're going to be on the lookout for it. complaining. And so you're going to recognize it when it happens. And that's the first step. Then the second step is you're going to notice it where you're holding that complaining in your body. Sometimes we think it's just in our heads, but really we're one organism here. And so whatever mental activity is going on up here is actually felt in your body as well. So where are you holding the complaining? Where are you noticing it? Is it in your chest? Is it a tension or a holding or a tightness in your chest? Is it in your shoulders? And bring an attitude of curiosity to this. Be curious about it. You're exploring. You're being an explorer of your own experience. And so you're noticing it. Where are you holding it? In your hands? In your legs? In your butt? Where are you actually holding this complaining? Yeah, bring a little humor to it. And so we're noticing that. So first step, recognize. Second step, where am I holding this in my body? Third step, now we need to release. So this plays off of a formula I've created to really support us for quite a while called recognize, release, refocus. It's 3 R's, but we're actually kind of recognizing it. We're taking the first 2 steps to recognize and name the complaining and also recognize it where it is in our body. And then we're going to actually release it. So what does that mean? So we need to recognize where it is in our body so we can actually begin to open up our chest if it's there, or let it out in our hands if it's there, or laugh a little bit or shout a little bit. Stretch it out if you need to. Release the complaining, release it. And even say to yourself, release. I release you. I release you for today. And you'll need to do this with repetition, by the way. This isn't a one-time thing. Our brain works with repetition. That's how any habit is created. So we're recognizing it in the moment. We're recognizing it in our body. We're releasing it in all these different ways through our body. And the third thing, and this one's really important here, because the third thing is now we're going to refocus. What are we going to refocus on, though, is the question. Now we're going to refocus on a 180-degree shift. And so what does that mean? Now we have to actually consider and think about, what are the good things that are actually happening right now? So if I'm sitting in traffic and I'm so upset that I'm going to be late to this meeting and people are not moving as fast as I want them to, or my public transportation is going slowly or whatever it might be, I might think about what's going well. Well, actually, I'm safe. I'm literally safe. And actually, my body maybe feels okay now that I stretched it out. I'm really happy that I noticed this moment, in fact. And actually, if I think about it, my kids are actually are all healthy too. Actually, I'm physically healthy right now. What else is going well? There's that person laughing over there. And there's these 2 people hugging over there. And that's really good for them. There's this person exercising over there. What's good? The sun is shining. What's good right now? I'm able to support myself financially. What's good right now? Think about it. Maybe even if you want to, if you're having a hard time and you think that kind of feels very surface in some way, it's not making the impact you want to, you can also refocus on a recent memory or 2. That was a good memory. And let yourself just kind of remember the memory, that coffee or tea you had with somebody, that moment you got to relax, that moment you were out swimming in the water, or just laying outside, letting the sunshine hit your face, or the moment of laughter you shared with a friend, or while watching a video of cute little puppies and kittens. And, so just remembering that and let yourself roll around. And that's another thing that you can refocus on. What we're trying to do is refocus on a 180-degree shift. So you can either refocus on the things that you're appreciating in the moment or appreciating in your life, or you can actually remember a memory to be able to do that. Totally fair game. What you're doing is you're just shifting your focus. That's what you're playing with. So you're recognizing it in your mind, the moment of complaining, the noting of that out loud, whether you're doing it out loud or you're recognizing it in your mind, recognizing it in your body, where you're holding it, releasing it, opening it up, letting it go, shaking it out, laughing, whatever you want to do, shout. If you're by yourself, shout really loud. It's okay. And then refocusing on gratitude and appreciation. And by the way, just as we know that complaining impacts our brain and our body in really negative ways, we talked about that, the hippocampus, the cortisol, we know that gratitude actually has an opposite effect. Gratitude's been shown to support us in being more relaxed, our body in being more relaxed. It's been shown to increase a variety of scales of well-being, and also even reducing cortisol levels. So play with this. Play with this. If complaining is your thing, then and you notice it and it's ruining your life, it's ruining your days and weeks in some way. You notice the habit of your mind. We need to squash it. And the way to do that is by playing with this practice, recognize, release, refocus in this particular way with complaining. It's going to support you with your anxiety. It's going to support you with not relapsing with your mood, with depression. It's going to support you in just feeling better and turning that dial to be a little bit happier. And you'll notice it'll have ripple effects across your relationships. Okay, take this with you, apply it. Let us know in the comments section below what you notice as you do this. Now again, if this all makes sense to you and you want to go a bit deeper, or you want to work with me more directly to help personalize this for you and create the repetition in your life that you need, or also learn other teachings and practices that are going to support you in reclaiming control of your mind and your life so you can focus more on what matters and ultimately enjoy life more, then go ahead and click on the link in the description below for the Uncover the Power Within program. And if that makes sense, we can book a call and we'll talk about whether it makes sense for both of us to work together in that way. Also, make sure, I do this every single Monday, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, so you can be reminded when these videos come out. And otherwise, I look forward to being with you in the next video.